Manners respect people. Manners respect. People, it's so nice out. I mean, it's really nice outside. When you have worse, when you did have worse before and you get better, trust me, I love the better. It's so nice. The air is so, like in the winter, the air is so dry, like cool. Just the atmosphere is so dry. But when it start, man, when it change, you can't your body, your mind, everything can feel the change of the weather. I love it, I love it, I love it. That much I show people say when you're in tune with nature, you can tell the difference between things. You know when things nice, you know when things not nice, all of them things, right? So a lot of people them are in our warm, beautiful climate wanna enjoy because we soon get full with fun too. Big up all of the good people them. People them are do them piece to keep life going. Put in the work to make a better tomorrow, a better today, a better tomorrow. Because if it's good for today, then it's good for tomorrow. See now I start go through them history and stuff and I tell say more people I meet more people, I see more people and see the work where them I do. Because greatness never end. And me listen to a person say that yesterday. I go play him, I go highlight him. But like how today, uh man and woman there. So we are gonna highlight in terms of me in the food industry my whole life. And I always look on healthy eating. Or people always look on food and not some me always look on food. Because from a little bit me always say, anytime you cook at home you always have extra. When you buy on the road there is no extra. Anytime I cook, I can always share out meal and have a little extra left box and I can always give a person whenever I eat nothing or give a person an extra bite or something. Right? Because when you cook your own food, your own preparation, the stuff them what you do for make the food last. Them people that are them store they are them restaurant. They don't give a crap about nothing. They might give you the bare necessity for just hold you for a minute. If you know add additives by a snack and appetizer and all of them things there. For nice up yourself with the meal them. So from a little bit me always believe say once you buy the food and you go and go cook the food, right? It's always better. It's always better for you to go cook your own and share it, right? So from you understand food, me say you must understand um health. If you don't understand food, you're gonna have health issue, right? So me always I push health first. Me always I say, yo people, make sure say do no exercise, walking and fruits, salad, main courses and but cut down on the meat, all of them things there. All of them things there is part of the health. So obviously we are gonna get around to a chef eventually, and not just me, right? So I'm gonna tell you, so enough of them people that I'm meeting, the first time I meet them, I'm gonna tell you, so once you change your algorithm on your YouTube, then you will see the difference, right? So that's how I always look at it, anyways. You must find the time to learn. You must always find the time to understand. You must always find the time. Because me tell you, same time you lie down on the dirty, there is no time. Right? Once you lie down on the dirty, there is no time. I don't know all them things that would rest in peace, and I don't know about that still, cause when your energy leave, and like say your energy I go retire. Your energy I go continue, and just because your energy trapping on this our body, the, 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 the freedom where it I go get. Oh my gosh. Freedom where your body I go get to run away from you. What if you are one terrible person and have your spirit to do bad things? Right? If you have your body to do bad things, trust me. When you pass off and your spirit get a chance to run away from you, then gone. So today we are going to highlight a chef, and this a program is from, again, from I Never Knew. This guy's got a lot of interviews still, right? And many different people. And the thing about it, it's reasoning. And them say educate, inform, and inspire. And that me love. That's the part that I wanna be part of, right? Even if me I educate myself, as long as there's education in it, I'm in it. It's eye opening, brain brain refreshing. You know, you're just getting a whole bunch of brain nutrition. So today we have Chef Aviyah, okay, and again, I like how him let the people them talk, and you know, then you get to know the people them. Okay, so once them come on and them start educate you. That's how the lesson start, people. That's where your lesson start. That's where the lesson starts, people. Okay, so we're gonna let her speak. So it's Chef Aviyah, and you don't know them people as way more educated than me. So as we proceed, people,
Chef Aviyah, welcome. I Never Knew TV right here in Ghana, special edition. What's going on?
Give thanks, give thanks.
All right. First question I want to have is the hair journey many of our sisters go through, right?
Right.
And I wanted to ask you because you experienced this personally,
Yes.
and I've witnessed this personally too. So I do have a compassion, empathy for it that I didn't have before. Why is it so hard for Black women to wear their natural hair?
Well, first and foremost, we have to think about, being enslaved, right? Being psychologically broke down, not to accept ourselves and actually think we're beautiful, and comparing ourselves to a new standard, right, of the Europeans. So fast forward, um, we're used to perming our hair, straightening it, different types of weaves and stuff like that, because it's not looked at psychologically. It's so hard for a Black woman to accept her natural self because she doesn't accept herself. There's some subconscious hate that they have. So there's a psychological deprogramming that has to happen, right? And most Black women don't go through that, strip themselves and actually face themselves with themselves. And that is a hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to do.
And what was your process like in regards to first embracing and loving your natural self and uh, seeing the beauty within yourself? Because that's what I've learned the older I get and the more that I learn about people, and especially women, is that men may find them attractive, but they themselves don't find themselves attractive.
So my process. So I grew up. Of course, I had natural hair, but after the age of 6, I had permed hair. So I never knew what my real natural hair looked like, and I was in college, and learning myself, getting to know myself and culture, coming from a Caribbean background and African American background, learning myself, and I said, I need to embrace myself. And the first step to me was my hair. And that was the hardest thing for me because it was a psychological process that I had to go through, a mental process. And I remember just washing my hair and saying to myself, I'm going to just wear it out. And when I did that, I felt so uncomfortable. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't know how to accept myself. So, me going through that.
Oh my goodness, people, and that's the issue. It's actually loving what you have. Just the appreciation of me said, look, I'm telling you no, me have the ugliest, the worst handwriting in the world. I think so me write like one doctor, cause when time the doctor them some doctor write, there's not you can understand on the paper. And time I write, me can barely understand what I write for the paper myself. I just said it's not it's not, it's not refined. I can write good when I choose to take the time and feel comfortable in writing. It's a lot better. But to say I hate it or I want somebody else to write everything for me, that's take so much taken away from yourself, right? So the first part is just loving yourself for who you are. And that's the hard thing when you have the idea say other people have to love you. As we proceed, people.
I didn't know how to accept myself. So, me going through that let me know that I actually had some self hate going on. It was a lot of mental stress for me to deal with my hair being puffy because it's not accepted in the society that we're in. So me doing that, I definitely it was a transformation. And
what were some of the things that went on during that process to being comfortable wearing your natural hair?
embracing my culture more, actually embracing my culture, getting back into my roots, and seeing that God actually created me like this. So who am I to not accept it? And then what am I basing my standards of beauty off? So it's a whole deprogramming that has to happen within oneself. And also the support of the Black man, because a lot of Black men, their desire is for a Black woman to look European, honestly. And so if the Black man actually, his standard is, the false hair, the eyelashes, all of this stuff, then where is the space for us to feel comfortable and desire as going through that transition to be natural? So yeah, go ahead. So the support it needs to be there, because ultimately the Black woman wants to please the Black man and wants to be appealing. So he has to accept that, number one. And that's the biggest thing. And that will really help along that process. So with yourself, just accepting your natural beauty the way you came out, that's a big thing. It's a real psychological, mental process that you have to go through. But once you do go through it, you'll feel so confident. Nothing can tear that down. It's just the journey. You have to trust the process.
I want you to touch on that more. First of all, you brought a great point, because I was going to bring that up, the role the brothers play in what's going on, right?
Right.
How liberating, you just touched on it, but if you could go deeper, how liberating was it when you really just begin to love yourself, like really love all your features, and kind of embrace your natural beauty?
That process, say it again.
How liberating was it?
Okay, so how liberating it was a breakthrough. I felt like shackles were broken off of me when I actually did go through that process and actually feeling confident in my features and just accepting myself as I am. And it's so freeing within yourself. So it's what can I say? You're just confident. It's just a big confidence that you have that, like I said, that can't be broken. And yeah, that's what I have to say on that, pretty much. You're asking me about the process of it.
It's more delivery in the feeling that you had, like after.
No one seems to know this, but Amazon.
Okay, so again, it's how to get where you want to go, and that's pretty much what it is. The steps, right? The first step for trust yourself. Say, okay, then fine. Anything where you do, people are gonna criticize it, right? So the biggest thing we have to deal with, is criticism, and it's not just criticism. It's how you're criticized. It's not a fair criticism. It's an unbiased, judgmental, condemnation, criticism. That's why I said, like, of course you can give a positive criticism, right? So I don't look at this as criticizing if it's positive, right? So how about recommendation, suggestion in that space? That me tell you, the word them we use. The word them we use is so detrimental to us. As we proceed, people.
You're asking me about the process of it.
It's more delivery in the feeling that you had, like after, like, in the sense that, like, you didn't achieve the shackles off. But
Yeah.
did that confidence you receive trickle down into other parts of your life?
Oh, absolutely. So it trickled down into the way I ate, the way I spoke, the things that I did, especially in my health journey with cleansing more and things like that, eating better. So eating better helped my hair to grow. That's another part that is important. the way we consume is so important in impacting the way our hair grows. So a lot of women will say, "Oh, well, it's easy for you to say that because you have long hair," but they don't understand the process that I went through. My hair fell out. It was
Okay, you see, and for you to transform, things is gonna happen. You can't you can't fear the things that are gonna happen when you are transform. Hmm? I'm telling you, the butterfly and the caterpillar, people. You can't fear the process. And that's one of the things that me I think about them. One of our reason for the things that we do is fear. Fear in so many different ways. So this is why I say it's the journey. You have to set up your mind for the journey and what comes on the journey. Getting over the fear, which is the first step as we proceed.
fell out. It was curly one side, it was nappy the other side. I had a bald spot. It was short. So I went through that process so I could talk about it in depth and that journey and transformation of freeing myself. And there's nothing better than that feeling. Really embracing yourself. And we're God's creation. We're the apple of God's eye. So just embracing that how you are, it's the ultimate freedom.
Are there any nutrients, not just foods, but any nutrients the sisters should be consuming that will help in hair growth?
Absolutely. Fruits, vegetables, vitamin A, vitamin D, hydrating, coconut oil, coconut, right? Avocado, fatty foods that will help stimulate growth. But just the overall balanced consumption of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains, and hydration will help for sure. And that's another thing. The way we've been, designed or conditioned to consume, that also has a play in your hair growth. So you can't consume the standard American diet, the sad diet, and expect your hair to blossom. So with the transformation, going through your cocoon phase, I call it, from a cat.
Whoa, people! Woo! You hear what she said? The cocoon stage, people. You see the same thing me I talk about? People. Am I on the right path or what, people? Because I'm going to tell you so everything when me I talk about, all of the things them that I'm learning and understanding. I tell you so we're up on a beautiful path, right? To the people who are listening, right? We're on a beautiful path, people. Because I'm going to say, I don't just have to just plug in and listen. Because that's what I'm doing. I have my pencil, I have my pencil, I have my book. And that I recommend to everybody, get on a pencil and on a book. And I don't just send time up on my life when I have it. And if you walk around with a pencil and a book, so no creativity can be highlighted. People, these are things we tell us we're supposed to be talking about. Once we get together and we have a conversation, right? As we proceed,
Through your cocoon phase, I call it, from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It's not.
And of course, I listened to this before. And everything that she's saying, I pre-tape recorded it, and now I'm agreeing with everything she's saying. Even though this is what I talk about all the time. Transformation from one to the other. Right? It's just nice and refreshing to hear somebody talk like how me talk. As we
About your
proceed.
hair, it's about your whole livity, really. You have to change the way you eat, the way you speak, the people you hang around, because if the people you hang around are not supporting and serving that transformational phase of acceptance, then you have to let it go.
See, so your support system again, it come back to your support. It's so important, your support system. People that want to support you in your endeavors. But I'm gonna tell you so them things that I am always aware of these. I'm gonna tell you so sometimes when you see things around you, right, that other people don't relate to. It feel like say you're alone, yes. It feels like you're alone, yes. But when you hear people talk like how you think, then it's refreshing. I'm just saying, people, as we proceed.
Of acceptance, then you have to let it go. So it's a whole process, holistically approach to doing that. So at that time, I wasn't just, eating a sad diet and like, yeah, I have to embrace myself. It was a whole transformation going on with my environment, the people that I hang with, the things that I did, the meditation that I had. So it was just a whole transformation for me to accept. So I had to go through a stripping process of everything. And knowing in that stripping process, whatever is lost or done away with, I have to accept that. And whatever is on the other side, I have to just trust that process. So it's a unknown knowingness, because on the other side, I know it's going to be rewarding. I just have to get there. All right. So we were talking about the impact of a father in a woman's life. So the father has such a important role, especially in a young girl's life, because that's the first man she sees, right? And so that's what she's going to look for in a man, what her father is. So imagine not having a father. You don't know what to look for. You don't have a standard to go by. So that's, go ahead.
I just got to add this in. Good father.
Good
I
father.
want to make clear. We got to add that.
Yeah, we do. Good father, upright father, man, not a male, right? There's a difference. Actual man.
And I talk about that too. Right? When I grew up and see the man them in the community, they were men. Them have responsibility, them have decency. So it's true. That's why you have to be able to differentiate between. You have to be able to know. You have to seek. As we proceed.
Right? There's a difference. Actual man. And not having that standard as a young girl, it's very chaotic. And, a lot of times, a lot of people talk about, oh, women are a whore, they this, they that, they that. It's because they don't have a father. We have to not point the finger on both sides and just say, okay, what's the problem? What's the root problem? And it's no father. The responsibility and accountability is not there. So it's like you wonder why a woman may be whorish, or why she may stick with a man that's a male that might be abusive, not just physically but mentally. Is because she never grew up with a standard, so she doesn't know what to look for and what that is. So a father is that first man in her life, and it's very important for Black men to try to make it work with the woman and being
and
there.
the woman to make it work with the man. There's too much blocked doors out there.
It is. Women are, and that's another thing. So this is the balance with that. I'm not pointing the finger. Women have to learn how to make it work as well with the man. A man is not defined by his financial status. A man represents all those things. Like I said, he represents God. He represents the head of the house, the structure, the guidance, the leadership. That's what he represents. And so you have to see that. And women aren't willing to struggle with men anymore. Look at women like Betty Shabazz, that was with Malcolm X, and all of these great leaders. They were struggling. People were calling their house and threatening to kill them, but they stuck by their man. That takes integrity. That takes humility, selflessness. That's a better word. It takes a lot of selflessness. And I think a lot of women don't want to go through that. They want it, like in Jamaica, we say ready done. They want a man that's 6 figures, but you a couple change woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense. Like we've lost that that unity with each other, no matter what.
And there's another.
Can you invest in a?
And that's true. People always come down to one thing, right? Everything, all of them video, all of these videos, all of these people comes down to unity, manners, respect. It talks about love, unity, spirituality. It talks about all of the things then that makes us a culture. And that's what a culture is, though. And keep on saying it. The separatist is always gonna be looking to separate us from who we are. We expect that, right? But we shouldn't make it control we. We expect obstacles, but we can't make the obstacles them control we. As we proceed, people.
Lost that that unity with each other, no matter what.
And there's another. Listening to you speak, I was thinking about this. Like, it kind of reflects the mantra we're in as a society of avoiding obstacles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're a person who avoids obstacles in your personal life, you avoid all obstacles and challenges in your relationships. Now, I'm not saying that you should stay in an abusive relationship that has no hope. I want to be clear about that. But there are going to be obstacles and challenges there. And because you in your personal life don't have that resilience,
right?
You haven't had experience or practice having resilience in relationships.
Absolutely.
Because everything has its ups and downs and spin arounds, and people go through certain cycles.
Right.
And will you endure and support? Because we go through our own personal cycle, so someone else can't go through a cycle,
Right. And it's about accepting both polarities, and endurance. People don't have that anymore. It's about self-gratification. If it's not perfect, they're picky. They don't, I don't know what's going on today. They don't want to, you might have an argument, and nowadays you have an argument, the relationship is done. It's like, it's like, wait, what? It's like, you're going to have trouble in the flesh, right? As you got to just be able to work it out. And I think it's the lack of communication. We don't know how to communicate with each other. And so
I keep on saying that. We don't know how to communicate with each other. And I am guilty of saying, yo, watch out. I'm leaving. Because you see, if there's no compromise, right, then there's no, it doesn't make sense. So true, we don't know if we talk to each other. But I do know how to talk. But sometimes it seems like people don't understand the language that you're talking. So it still comes back down to communication. We don't know how to talk to each other. As we proceed, people
don't know how to communicate with each other. And so I think that's a major part, because you're going to have arguments. You're going to have times where you probably don't even like your spouse, right? But the love, and when I say love, it's not that emotional, what we associate love with today, right? Feeling these emotions, giddy. Love is principle. Love is care. Like, you have to genuinely care about somebody, even if you don't like them at the moment, right? It's not about like, it's about.
Oh, I don't know. Yo, okay, that's feelings, people. Those things are some serious conversations still, Because I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't like say I don't like. It's just I am disappointed. So is disappointment and not like the same thing? It's feelings, but it's not the same feelings. Is hurt the same feeling as disappointment? Yes. People, them have some serious conversation for real, As we proceed.
Like, it's about that love. Do you still care about this person? Do you still want to take care of this person or make sure this get done? Like, like.
And you made a very important point, right? Because you said communication and that care. And I wanted to add, you have to one know how to communicate with yourself before you could communicate with others. And in regards to the caring, you gotta know how to care for yourself before
You know what I
what I'm
mean?
saying. So,
Yeah.
I think it's all
Definitely
a cycle in the sense that because you're unable to do these things for yourself, you can't do it for others. And I think we got to get to the point where you can do it for yourself, and therefore you know how to do it, or you can learn and be open to, or have enough skill set to do it with others to make the thing work. Because in people's defense, I gotta give them a little defense.
Absolutely.
I think they don't have the skill set to maintain long-term relationships.
Absolutely.
Healthy long-term relationships.
Right.
Some people have long-term relationships that are very dysfunctional and detrimental to them.
Right.
And it doesn't need much maintenance. It's just there, and they just work with the program.
Right.
But when it comes to like sustaining a healthy, nurturing, respectful relationships with another human being, that is a skill set that most people haven't learned yet.
Right.
You know?
It's and I think it's because they don't have any guideline to go by, and there's many guidelines to go by. I think people just don't want to be disciplined to change themselves. And honestly, you have to. I think being with yourself in solitude for a certain period of time to just strip yourself of anything that's not going to serve you. Like if you're a person that you don't take care of yourself, well, you shouldn't be with anybody.
Get your hygiene together.
Oh gosh, spiritual hygiene.
Mental hygiene.
Yes, you have to get that together before taking on somebody else, because it's not fair. So you have to love thyself before. If you don't do that, you literally can't do that for no one else.
And that's the key point. I think that wraps up everything.
It wraps up everything.
You really gotta
absolutely
get to the point where you love yourself. And this love self thing, this is a different conversation. People throw that around all the time too. I love myself. Hey, you don't love yourself. Yeah.
No.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's thrown around because it's trendy, but you can see it. You can see it if somebody loves themselves truly.
And it's a lot of work to get to the point to love yourself, and it's a lot of work to maintain loving yourself.
Yes.
It's not a thing that like plateaus and it's done. It's a consistent thing that needs to be done to love yourself.
To choose you.
To love yourself.
Yeah. It's a daily thing to do, to choose yourself, to get up in the rising and do some movement, do breath work, even to prepare yourself a healthy meal like that. It should be normal, but it's not normal for some people. So it's like, why are you seeking to be in a relationship if you can't even do that for yourself?
This conversation made me think of something else.
Okay.
In regards to preparation and self-love, is that, and this is something that I learned, right? And they could use this. In regards to preparation, right? Preparing for things, preparing for the next day. Like, I love myself and I want to minimize my stress. So I have to prepare for the next day. Because if I wake up and I'm not prepared, what is going to happen? I'll be running around all stressed out. So one, it's not good for my health. And also the things that I need to accomplish aren't going to be accomplished to the heights they can be because I'm rushing.
Right. Where we need to slow down, right? And in that slowing down, you get to think. And some of the things that you think you have to do, you don't even have to do.
Say that one again.
of the things that you think you have to do, you don't even need to do. And I think journaling is really good to just map out what you have to do. Don't try to overload yourself and make time for yourself to be away from every distraction, the phone, the computer, Instagram, scrolling. That's a big issue too, because you're training your subconscious mind with this TV, the television, and the scrolling and stuff like that. So we're a people that are very stressed out, on the go.
You see? And that me tell you, so them things that, like if I go look for something, or I wanna watch something, or somebody send me something, I can't be there endless scrolling about like 2 seconds stuff that don't mean nothing. They have no meaning when you scroll. It's either you're finding the information, right? I know the ocean is deep and you can't throw as much garbage, but why throw so much garbage in the ocean in the first place, right? When you throw good stuff into the ocean, right, which is your mind, you can go and take up anything you take up is good stuff. But when you throw enough garbage in there, you have to go decipher the garbage, check out the sense out of the nonsense. As we proceed, people.
That are very stressed out, on the go. Gotta slow down, take stock of yourself, and make time for yourself. And just because if you are not good, nothing else around you is going to be good. You have to make sure you're good. You have to make sure you have your peaceful time, meditation and stuff like that, to really take stock of where you're at in yourself and see what you need to get rid of or change, to reduce stress. We're stressed out. We're not even breathing. We're not even breathing full.
It's true. You see, people, I'm telling us, let's take a deep breath. It's true. Some people don't even breathe. So they don't give their brain enough oxygen for them to revitalize their thinking. People, I just find people will have the same similar ideas, right? And what they're saying is true. Wow. As we proceed, people, enlightenment.
We're not even breathing fully out here because we're just so worried about chasing money and surviving. When are we going to get to thriving? What do you have to do to thrive within yourself? And that doesn't even have a certain look either. It's just thriving. Thriving is having peace within yourself, having a sound mind, not overly stressed. You taking care of yourself. I feel healthy. I feel good within myself.
When we interviewed Sister Shahrazad Ali, she said something. I don't know if people really took it in what she said, but she said, it's not about the money, it's the peace. The peace is the greatest. That's the greatest achievement. Peace.
Okay.
Peace. You get what I'm saying?
Peace for me is groundation. Peace is fundamental. It's a fundamental thing. To me, it's something that's so fundamental that you need to actually move a particular way in life, to think a particular way, to manifest. I think it's a fundamental tool, peace. I don't think it's something to achieve. I think it's something to have as a base to spring out of. And I think even that, a lot of people aren't peaceful within themselves. It goes back to not being able to even be still within yourself, sit with yourself and just do nothing. If you try to sit down, most people, I remember when I first tried to just sit and meditate, I was like, wow, my mind is so busy. I was like, wow, I can't not think of nothing. That's crazy. So it really made me think wow, my mind is just going like how you go on the TV and you press scan, it's just scanning randomly. I had to be like, okay, wait, I'm doing too much. I got to cut out so much stuff. I don't want my mind to be like that, because that creates being compulsive. So I had to.
And you see, and exactly what TikTok does. It doesn't settle your mind. It makes your mind crave more. But what it's craving, it's nothing. Because most of the videos have nothing to crave. This is why you click on to the next one. And so you click on to the next one and the next one. This one, for me, the planting one, them, all the planting, all them plant this and all them plant that. Those are the things that I crave. Show me how to plant food. Show me how to manage money. Show me how to talk to people, get along. These are the things that I want to implore people to think about. How you organize your mind. That's why I'm saying now once you're in your mind, you have the room, the freedom for you to create thoughts, not have thoughts in your mind where you have to go through. As we proceed,
I had to really say, okay, how do I meditate? So I had to, again, that subconscious mind, deprogram it and just learn how to be still and reconnect with my breath. That's very important. We're like half breathing in the day. Nobody sits down to diaphragmic breathe, because that's, as simple as it is, that's healing.
It's a game changer.
That can heal you in so many ways. Your breath, the breath of life that's given to everyone, that can heal you. So I would say learn how to breathe, so you could just relax and let it go. So to add on to the question of embracing oneself as a Black woman, your natural hair, I think the problem is we don't have a sense of identity of our culture, our inheritance. And so that right there makes you feel displaced in a society such as America or Canada or the UK, right? So tapping into your roots really, really is a big part of that, because you have a sense of pride when you know where you come from, the rich history where you come from. Not knowing that is the reason why you may feel like you have to fit into society in their standard and what they set. So knowing your culture, knowing your roots is a major part of that process. And the other part I wanted to add is that we make excuses of why we do it. Oh no, I don't hate myself. I have natural hair. I just like to add on extensions, right? So but that's so deep, because you feel like you have to add on. It says the Most High gives the standard of beauty. The way he created you is perfect already. When you add on, you're actually saying, hey, Most High, or whatever you perceive him to be, right? You didn't do a good job.
And that me tell you this, that sometimes some people, them fight against they fight against the creator people. And I don't understand how some people sick. Them even fight against the creator. I'm telling you, some people don't love the creator. Them want tell him what he's supposed to do. Who him supposed to make this. As we proceed, people.
Most High, or whatever you perceive him to be, right? You didn't do a good job. I need to add a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And so that's what that's saying. Whatever your excuse is, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, I definitely hear a lot of I won't say they're justifiable, but they're justifiable in their eyes in regards to why they do what they do.
Absolutely.
And I think the first step of healing, liberation in a sense, is acknowledging when you're doing foolishness.
Yes.
But until a person can do that, they can justify it in their own life. of what they're doing. And the process with that is it just stunts the healing process.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. I think accountability and responsibility is important with that. And we're it's like an age of not doing that, taking accountability and responsibility. And also, as far as being an example, especially for the youths, that the children, you have them wearing their natural hair and they see mommy with a blonde wig. You're their first example, and so you're doing a huge disadvantage by showing them that.
And a great injustice. I know, and that means like this is why I say sometimes I see it and I'm saying, how can these people be saying they're advocate for not smoking. They're advocate for not smoking, but them have 2 pack of cigarette in them on. That's just an example. But how can these people like and that? Sometimes it's so confusing. How can you say I'm a holy person and you do the things them and say the things them that's unholy? Me, it's hard for me understand. It's like it's not possible for not be two. It's not. So we just gonna recheck. We're gonna recheck what else if it's real, cause it's not possible to serve two. It's not people.
A huge disadvantage by showing them that. So we have to be that first example. It's not, that phrase, "Do as I say, not as I do." That's foolishness.
And that we do. That one of our favorite thing to say. For we culture. That's one of the favorite things. Favorite double standard phrase. People, I tell you this sometimes it don't make absolutely no sense. But we love them things there. Those are the things that we love to do.
It's do as I say because I do as I do, and you have to be that example of what you want to see. Be the example that you want others to be. That's what I'm saying to sisters. And I'm saying that because I went through that process. So I can say that. I don't wear makeup. I don't do any of that because I truly accept myself for who I am and what I am. And to help that process, I consume a certain way. I live a certain way. So you're going.
Are you a business?
Okay, people, and trust me, she looks glowing for real. I mean, they're not living in Canada, they're not living in the States, they're living in Africa where, sunshine, all of them things there. Food. Well, food where it's not genetically modified, right? So it's to some extent it's not impossible, but it's tough of it. You live a certain way in the Western society, right? As we proceed, people.
I consume a certain way. I live a certain way. So you're going to radiate when you change your life in the fullness, holistically. So there's no excuse.
So what's up with the makeup bag? I know the sisters don't want to hear that. Right? I know
No, they don't. They don't. Listen. Like melanin, when you do right by your temple, it will radiate its beauty in the fullness. Makeup, all right, my honesty about it is that my perception, makeup was for dead people, right? And old people. And then I don't know what time it happened where we started putting this stuff on, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
My wife doesn't she doesn't wear makeup, right? And I heard, what's the term they say, like, you woke up like this, but she really wake up like that, right? And what I notice is that not all sisters, so I'm not even gonna lie and tell you that, right? But a lot of them would look better without the makeup. And more than anything, if they would take care of themselves better,
Absolutely.
their natural beauty would shine. You know, some people look kind of beaten down, but it's the lifestyle. But if they change their lifestyle, if they really change their lifestyle, they would radiate, as you said.
Right. Absolutely. So that's the process. So if you are covering up, let's say you have severe acne and you're just patching it up, you're not healing the problem.
Beautiful. It's true. It's true. All you have to do is make an adjustment in your diet. I'm gonna tell you, that people think that they can't do them things here, you know. But you see, when time them have to go to the doctor 3 times a week, 4 times a week, them find time to go to the doctor 3, 4 times a week. Them find the time. If them say every week for the next 5 years, them have to go to the doctor 3 times a week. Them do it, them have to do it. But when you tell them, say, look, healthy lifestyle, people tell me that already. They know why you're nothing but no healthy lifestyle. I've been told these things. I know why you're nothing but no healthy lifestyle. You know what I say? Healthy lifestyle is just simple adjustment to some of the things them what you do, what you eat, or when you eat them. Right? That's why I say sometimes people want to beat you up just because they attack the truth. As we proceed.
Severe acne and you're just patching it up, you're not healing the problem, you're just covering up. And essentially that's what I won't go so deep into it, but Western medication does. It doesn't heal the root of the problem, it just patches it up and it covers the symptoms that you're having. So it's like a temporary fix to make you feel like, okay, I'm better, when actually the problem is getting worse. So it's the same thing with, and actually those symbols and signs that and signals that your temple is giving you is so that you can get to the root. You know, if you're having acne, okay, there's some stomach issues, your blood is not clean. It's nothing bad, it's nothing wrong with that. It's actually a great thing. It's letting you know that it's working. So to glean back on the makeup, if you having skin issues, that mean that the way that you're consuming your lifestyle is not serving you. So why patch it up? Fix the problem. You don't need to wear makeup. If you consume right, if you clean up your lifestyle, exercise, hydrate yourself with natural foods. Sleep. Oh, sleep deprivation, right? Honorable Dick Gregory talks about that. Sleep deprivation. We're not getting sleep. We're constantly running. It's not. It's, especially for women, you will age like very, very quickly. And so sleep, hydration, good consumption, meditation, things like that, slowing down.
Staying out of people's business.
Leave people business alone, right? So it's just a whole lifestyle change. You have to clean up, you know, with everything, because you don't need makeup. You don't need makeup. It's a quick fix. And actually makeup, a lot of these makeups are skin damaging. And high-end makeup is made with some of the most crazy ingredients. And once you look into that, it's like you want to put that on your face. Your skin is your biggest organ. And when you're putting these chemicals on, that's what you're absorbing. And then you wonder why.
People, and these are true fact things that she had talked about, you know. These are the true fact things. This is why I say, even like when you cut down on the salt, your body can breathe better. Like all when it's hot, you know, so hot because your body's many of them things I'm tell us that people is like when you talk about them things that people look like upon you like say you're crazy. But it's understanding certain things. And when them think them ways that them refuse to understand certain things. The man said they go, how did you build that when we didn't give you the information and how to build it? So many of them things that it's like we are aware of these things, but we just mask it over just like makeup. Absolutely. As we proceed.
And then you wonder why you have fibroids or cancer and you're sick. It's because you adding on and lifestyle. So it's no need for it. It's no need for it. But again, trying to fit in, and that's the thing. I think it's pressure from society. That's one. Sometimes maybe some women just want to look a particular way. And you can look that, you can achieve that. You just have to put it in the work. And I think a lot of the problem, here's the real problem. It's slothfulness and it's laziness. We've become so lazy as women. It's not even funny. You want to look good.
I told you about that lady in the back, Bridget. Oh boy. I am just saying sometimes the things them. It's like, how did we become this way? How did we become this way, people? Or we just lose everything mentally. And that's the only thing we did have. We never have no control over our body, where we live, where we eat. But one thing them couldn't break our mind. And now we become TikTok lazy. As we proceed,
You want to look good instead of you working out and changing what you eat.
I know we had a lot of reasons on the script, group reasons, right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
why. So, speak about like you spoke previously about women and their responsibility to take better care of themselves,
Yes.
right? And I know there are a lot of issues that play into women's health, but how does laziness play a role in the presentation of many of our sisters, the physical presentation?
Physical presentation. Okay, so laziness and slothfulness has played a major role in our presentation. Women are not upkeeping with themselves like how they used to. Very, and no offense, sisters, right? But very big, sloppy.
That's not funny, people. I did mention there's this lady who wants to sue the cab driver, the Uber driver who came to pick her up, and she was like a plus side lady, and she wants to sue the company because the driver didn't pick her up. It was all over the news. I think it was last month or something like that. Yeah, people. That's the honest truth again.
That's right. But very big, sloppy, not upkeeping your appearance. There's so many things that laziness has caused. So now the laziness has gone so far that they say, okay, I want to look good. Instead of them working out, changing how they consume, they get a BBL. right? And so it's crazy to me that a Black woman would get a BBL because we're naturally shaped great, right?
And I think it's BBL is Brazilian butt lift or something like that. But I heard about it for years, and like again, I thought it was only people with money who wanna do stuff like that. And I don't know why you wanna do something like that. It's just crazy. It's just I say, you see, once them come to grips with it and them accept it, it's fine with them. But just because them accept it, it doesn't mean that you have to accept it or I have to accept it. Me not go petition them for stop. I try to educate them on why they shouldn't. And it's come down to the self-esteem. How can you look on a person with a plastic surgery and spend $100,000 upon themselves to say that person is beautiful, compared to a natural person, a beautiful person who's just naturally beautiful? Does money give you beauty? I could have sworn money give you riches. But acceptance of somebody who's maul up themselves, right, then get rushed by a tiger. If a bear did that to them, everybody everybody would be in an uproar about that. Eh? If a bear supposed to tear them up, so what them spend how much money if you want doctor tear them up so and fix them up and patch them up? There's so much things you could have do with them no money there. So doing those things giving us self-confidence. So okay, so when you spend $100,000 on yourself and somebody say, look good. What do I do? Spend the next $100,000 on yourself? Just to erase that look good thing? Wow. As we proceed, our people.
Great, right? And so that laziness has brought them to that. And I think it's a horrible thing because a woman should have pride in herself, always look appealing, even after children, because a lot of women use, oh, I have one child and 2 kids, and that's the excuse for me being fat. That's not an excuse, because if you look previously, women from 1920, 1930, 1940, they had 4, 5, 6 children.
Whoa! You mean she gonna be talking about? I don't think she's a people. Do you think she's allowed to talk about the past? What kind of flag? We can't fling out the the quote unquote the red flag. I gotta give her a orange flag for that one, because how dare her say something about the past, that the ladies before used to look better and carry themselves with more dignity and pride than the ones nowadays, huh? Don't you think we should give her a yeah, we could give her an orange flag for telling the truth, but it's still a flag, you know what I say? Because them have the red flag on everything. I never hear them use any of it. Oh yeah, them use the white flag for surrender, right? So we can get an orange flag. I use up the color of the flag them to give them, So we are gonna get an orange flag to tell the truth, people. And it's so true. I love the past. I love the present. And I'm gonna be in the future.
1920, 1930, 1940. They had 4, 5, 6 children and they stayed slim. So it's not an excuse. It's really not an excuse to.
She's putting it on you guys. She's putting it on you guys. She's putting it on you guys. She's saying it's not an excuse for you guys to be looking so not so 60s, 70s. On 50s, people. As we proceed.
Not keep up with your appearance, because that now is pressure on the man because he met you a certain way. Understand that, yes, your body is going to change, right? It's going to change. However, you should maintain a certain appearance according to what he wants. It's no excuse. So,
And in defense of some, I will say this, right?
Yeah.
Especially women that are single mothers, and I'm
Yeah.
not saying all single mothers, but many, I think the time and lack of support. Well, we have
Yes.
to identify single mothers. That's a tricky term. But say a
Yeah.
person who doesn't have a support system, like somewhere to drop the kids off, I don't see when they can work out.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
during another jam. That's why I wanted to be clear in regards to the term single mothers, because you may
Right.
be living by yourself, but you have a great support system where you can get time to yourself. You know.
Absolutely.
Another thing is too, man. Like we need to do better as parents, as adults with the kids, like teaching them how to cook and give them that example. Because what I've learned about this working out thing, obviously, it has to be a part of your lifestyle, but you have to learn it and grow with your body. You know, if you start working out at 25, 30, and you get that first soreness, I can see how you just want to, you know what I'm saying?
Just
You want
stop.
to leave and don't come back. So we really need
Right.
to, this generation as parents, we need to work out. We need to see our children work out because
Absolutely.
I just like my pops worked out and my pop's still slim. He didn't
Right.
have to tell me, and I just saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and my wife, she works out, but her mother worked out and her father works out.
Right.
So it's just like that's the example. My daughter sees us working out. So like we need to set that example so the kids can see because this workout thing is not a fad. It takes you.
Did you know there's a
And that's true, people. We can't look on with healthy lifestyle as a fad. You're supposed to like it's supposed to be part of like tradition. Boy, I'm gonna tell you some people we're gone we're so far from ourselves. Listen to these people talk is so refreshing, people. Because the people nowadays then just talk trending and TikToking. Nothing meaningful. That's why I'm gonna implore the people them. Pick up a pencil, pick up a book and write, you know that. That's Major Words, one of my favorite artists. Major Words was all about the lyrics, educating. And, you know, he was a DJ, so obviously I'm going to talk other stuff too. But that's my favorite DJ for real, because, yeah, he was my favorite DJ. And anybody who into education, I always, admire. Tell us that smart people are cool. And all of them people, yeah, I consider them smarter than me. Because them write books and so much other stuff. uh, don't forget to buy other buckler sauce. As we proceed, people.
Not a fad. It takes you a long time to really learn what's best for your body and how you react to stuff.
Absolutely.
So the earlier you start, the better you start. You know, not making excuses for anyone,
Right.
but I just had to put that in there for people watching because it's like commenting foolishness.
Absolutely. So I can relate to that on a personal level because I grew up with a single mother, and just to see the stress on her having to play two roles, it's a lot of women are dealing with depression, nerve issues. So I get it. I definitely get it, and that makes it it's a bigger issue within an issue because we don't know the situation of why the woman is single, right? There's so many reasons.
And I told you about that word single mother. It becomes so prominent in our society. Jeez. Why we have to make them things a normal, eh? A single household. Just make it sound so, oh Lord, save me from a single mother. No, it wasn't a single mother. You can't have a single mother with a kid. It's not possible for you to have a child by yourself. So it can't be a single mother. When you make it look like so this lady have the kid by herself. I just can't. The sound just don't sound right. People, it just don't sound right. Single household. Just say single household. Say something, a single income or something other than just, oh Lord, I made this baby by myself. I end up with this baby by myself. It's just not right. It's just not fair. Unless the man pass off or something like that. But just to say a single mother is so sure. One of the blasphemy then. As we proceed, people.
Walks out for whatever reason, and so that puts stress. So it's to find that balance even in that situation, resilience to upkeep with yourself. There's not just one way of working out because we can
okay, and next thing too, there should be something that their parents, like their parents, help the other family members for the man. If that's the case, them can help out. It's again, it can't just be like, one person in the whole world. It's just sounds so wrong. One of the things that I did talk about was community dads, right? Where all of the people, all of the man, them will have time, right? And then can volunteer. Them would have, like, them would have a thing where they can volunteer hours, right? A Saturday or a Sunday or whatever, and take 3 or 4 kids on an outing or something like that. Like the dad banks, that's what I call it. So the dad them would bank time for, if them have a farm or something, them would take the kids them there, the youth them, and show them. Just like it'll be like a Boy Scout thing. But me tell you, say it's before them things that you would work. But nowadays people have cell phones, so from them have cell phone and they will have to talk to people. It's true, people. Less communication, even though communication is more accessible. Kind of cool, huh? Whatever. As we proceed.
just one way of working out because we can gracefully exercise and move. It's about movement, really. We think working out is just one way, lifting weights. No. Our four mothers here in Africa, right? We're in Ghana. They're rising up early. Some of them, go fetch water. They're cooking and things like that. So their daily movement keeps them in shape. So they don't necessarily have to go to it. You don't have to go to a gym to be in shape. Let's say you're a single mother.
It's true. Enough people got gym, then just got gym for show off. Enough people just go to the gym for show off. Them not got a gym for actually. Honestly. Enough of them want me say on Instagram, them not got gym for workout. Them got gym for look good. And for post on Instagram forget like that's the honest truth, people. That's that. Look here. So I'm rather be honest and feel good about myself. Not have to just a lie and not ask for help. Like I said, enough of the people them I don't see it. This man said when him got the gym, him the mother of his child called him and told him that he has to come to the hospital because the kids are frozen. So this man have money for got the gym and then kids them freezing in the car. So it's true. And I forgot gym. Should I run down the pit to them? Sadness, people. As we proceed.
In shape. Let's say you're a single mother and you have 2 children. You could do something in your house. You could dance. You could stretch. It's just about consistency.
Moving the body.
Just movement. It's just about movement, especially for women, just being consistent. But you don't have to get a BBL. You don't have to get spending that money it just shows the what's the word? It just shows a compulsion just to just do something instead of and not really counting the cost of what that will do after the effects, cause and effect, and what it will do. So
And they don't quantify the mental and spiritual
yes.
costs with these things because you're not gonna feel better about yourself. Right?
No.
And that's what I'm saying. If you can't afford a BBL, right? Wouldn't it be better for you to use that the money to start a business and feel good about yourself that way? Instead of go spend so much money on something. And again, if somebody tell you say, oh, that don't look good, what you are gonna do? Spend extra more amount of more money to make yourself look better than how you look. So you're always gonna have critic. That's why I say accepting yourself for who you are. I know what people tell you. Can be what people tell you. As we
Feel better
proceed.
about yourself. Right?
No. Because no matter what your body looks like, that mental state is the most important. So the freeing the purpose of mentally and spiritually freeing yourself is so that you are confident within yourself no matter what. So when your mind is sound and balanced, you're going to do the right thing by yourself and not take shortcuts. And it takes awareness and realizing that, like, the way I think is not really balanced. Okay, what do I have to do to change that? And it's literally going through that process. If you're a person who, is drinking, smoking, running, that lifestyle will catch up with you. So it won't work. So you have to come to that realization, like, what's my mindset like? Let me slow down and think and change. It's about change, So yeah.
All right, I want to talk about another topic, right? I had this reason, my brother, Dr. Hines, and he has a term that everyone necessarily doesn't need a father, but they need fathering. And we spoke about the context when people say so much like, I didn't grow up with my father, I'm good, from both males and females. And I just think that one, they say they're good because they didn't have the experience of the father. And also it's just a coping mechanism that they use for what they're dealing with. Since you grew up in a single family home, do you think everyone is impacted if the father is missing, or it's only some people who are impacted negatively when the father is missing?
I know everyone is impacted because the father represents leadership, guidance, protection, security. He's God in the house. And without that structure, that leadership, that order, it's chaos. It's chaos. And so me growing up with a single mother, I desired that. I used to say, like, I want my dad, my dad got deported, right? But whatever the situation was.
And again, the single mother thing, and I'm saying single household. We can't keep on saying this single mother, and make it sound so, oh, it just don't sound good. As we proceed, and yes, I think about it, I not think about it. I've been trying to change my lifestyle when it comes to certain things. Yes, I've been working on it. Yes, and it's a work in progress. Yes, as we proceed, people.
I desired that, and I seen the effect that it had on me not having that.
What were those effects?
Not knowing how to deal with a man, not knowing how to just deal with a man, because for a girl child, her first love as far as the masculine is her father. So not having that, I didn't have that structure, I didn't have that security. And I think that played a role. And so wanting that, not having that, definitely I had to learn as I got older how to deal with a man, how to respect, how to not talk too much, all of these different things, having to learn on my journey, rather than if I did have a father, definitely would have played a major role in my life.
And she means a good father, because trust me, if it was a bad father, she would not learn anything anyways. So she said it from before, a good father, because it's not any man is a father. Every man is a father. As we proceed,
Dealing with men, definitely. And so
You mentioned something called structure, right? And
yes.
but all right, so I hear females say this all the time. They want structure in regards to females that didn't grow up around with a man or with a strong man. That is
Right,
right.
right.
When you get the structure, is it intimidating or is it scary? Because they say they want the structure, but when they get the structure, now it seems like it almost like scares them that they're getting the structure.
Yeah. So now here we go. A real man is law. He's structure. And women today, like the modern women, they want the aesthetics of what a man is, but they actually don't want a man because they don't want to be submissive. And I know that's a word thrown out there. Women get scared of
And
that.
explain what you mean by submissive for those unaware.
Submissive as in respect. Being
okay, and see, she said it. Why do you have to use submissive when you can use respect? If you're gonna use submissive and then you're gonna say, well, it means respect, why don't you just say you can be compatible. You can be a partner. That's what it's supposed to be. What she's saying, being submissive is, and she says it. Oh, many people are so scared of the word submissive. But if everybody's scared of the word submissive, and then you're gonna use submissive and say, well, it means respect. Why use this word when we can? That's what I'm saying. Some words we don't need to use these words. So when it comes down to having a relationship, it's respect, mutual respect, understanding that you guys are looking to build something, communication, right? So the submissive thing now, it makes a woman want to be defiant, right? And say, well, I'm not submissive, because when our friend them talk and they say submissive, they use it in the derogatory term or the negative term. And she said it. As we proceed, people, education.
being the peace, the calm, always, right? So if a lion is roaring, you have to learn how to quiet, you know? So it's just like women don't want to be submissive, women don't want to be corrected. They don't want that. So there's a false sense of, let's say, independence that's been created, and a lot of women thrive with that saying, I'm independent, I could do this, I could do that. But the truth about it is that you need a man, and we have to come to that realization. We're the only nation that of women that say they don't need a man, and you have all these other nations. Those women aren't saying that because they know the greatness and the importance of a man.
Remember, they're talking about single mother, right? So this is why they say they don't need a man. Because then once you say single mother, yeah. So you take away the man, become single mother, and that somehow empowers you, and then like, oh my lord, I need a, like, it doesn't make sense. The whole thinking, our way of thinking don't make no sense. It doesn't compute. As we proceed, people, education.
Down, not just financially, but for beyond that. It's beyond finances. It's for the structure. It's for the balance.
Like you said, I want to add one thing
Yeah.
too for people listening to for the women. In the context of this conversation, you can still be ambitious,
Yeah.
and you can still have your career, do whatever, and still be
Not be submit. be a partner. Me say them have to slip that word out. And that may I try show you. Why put that word in there? Like, why can't we have a conversation without that word? That the same time, if me him finally get in touch with me, at that me I go ask him. And I say, okay, then fine. So why not just say a partnership? understanding what a partnership is with a woman, right? Or the unity of a relationship. It's all of them things that other than like you can talk around so many different phrases other than that use that one word, submissive. I just don't like the word either. Because as a person who's rebellious, and considered a troublemaker, I guess that criteria that wouldn't fit me in any sense. So me using it for somebody else definitely wouldn't fit me in any way. So just take out that word there right there, so and we good. Like mutual respect, mutual, and him say it like with all of these stuff, it's not gonna stop you from being ambitious and trying to reach your own goal, your own accomplishment within the relationship. It's just like it's not gonna be like you be wild girl and me be wild boy, right? So within the relationship, we're gonna have mutual respect, understanding. Me just a beat up that word there, submissive. That's all, people. Me just a beat it up because me say some things is some words is not necessary in our vocabulary, and that's where understanding comes in, right? I'm sure if a woman says, "Okay, I want a man to be a slave," and they start saying that, every man I goes, "Oh no, no, you can't say that." So how can you say submissive and be cool with that? Just saying. As we proceed.
Submissive to the
Absolutely.
man. I just want to make that clear because they go too extreme. This is like you're totally this. You can still pursue what you're doing, but it's a balance that's needed. And
Right.
there's this ideology where the thing has gone too far, where it's this independence thing, and that's just against the laws of nature, you know.
The independent woman vibes creates fatherless boys, fatherless young girls, no structure.
Okay, and this is where she doesn't use the word single mother. This is the only time it needs to be used in that context. When the man leaves the home and then, it becomes a single mother in the home and then she becomes like a single dependent. Right? That's sounds right. Well, you see, in time me do the linguistic, the bring on the person where talk about the same thing that I talk about with words and the meaning and everything, right? Because the English language is pretty much a shackle, right? But that's a different. As we proceed, people, with the good chef.
So especially for a boy child, they need that. Single women tend to raise emotionally unstable young men, right? They don't know how to deal with their emotions, so they take on this nature of the woman where.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you say some mothers know what the modernized because I'm gonna tell you say I'm tell you say mothers used to be terrible. Them used to be terrible. Trust me. So I just the modernized mothers them in my talk, cause mothers used to be as strict as fathers. Sometimes you have to go for father for mercy. I know that. I know that. See? Mothers used to be mothers. They used to be disciplinarians. Because when you go to school and them the teacher there ready for bus us, them not joke. The principal, when me late, I'm going to her office and she have the key in, and she said, "Hold out your hand," and I'll put all the kerchief in the hand, and she said, "Take it out." Eh. So trust me, as we proceed.
They don't know how to deal with their emotions, so they take on this nature of the woman. Whereas if they had that father, the father shows the man.
Have you been so?
I'm gonna tell you, say the parents them are the emotional mothers. Are the emotional mothers teach emotional have make them teach emotional to them son. Because the son is pretty much, Him in the house and him see him mother with them ups and down stages there. Obviously, he's gonna pick up them ups and down stages there, right? But now me hear some of them youth, the way them talk, them just trust me. It's but trust me, I the mother. There's different type of mothers out there. You can't just clump everybody under one motherhood. As we proceed,
They had that father. The father shows a man how to be a man, and he shows his girl child how to respect a man, how to submit, how to behave around, so she can balance around the masculine. And so this independent woman thing is not, it's not it. It's actually killing our nation.
and not just the word independent woman thing where them put in. Cause moment tell you about when they put it in a song. A Beyonce, was it Destiny Child that independent, right? So once you put it in the song and put it in our head and it sounds so good, you know what that? That's how it becomes. And that's what I try to show you. Being independent is not a problem. There's no problem with you having your own degrees and everything on the wall. With my little one piece of, I sold 500 buckler sauce in 1 month award, right? I don't mind you having all of those degrees. But I'm just saying, with all of those degrees, right, it still doesn't stop you from being a partner in a relationship, right? That's all. All of them things that it's unnecessary words where them put together and people have ideas and it's not even it's not real. It's not real. It's just like looking at certain picture and say that's a superhero. When I'm saying these people are real superheroes. The people that are in our life. We neighbor, if you are dead for 1 cup of water and your neighbor give you 1 cup of water and it save your life, isn't that your superhero? As we proceed, people, just on the views of certain things, it's just people have their own ideas, right? And I'm saying my views on certain things, this is how I see it. I'm not condemning them. I'm not saying they're wrong. I am just saying my views. Just want to get that clear. And obviously, it's clear to the people who understand what clear is. As we proceed,
our nation, people. And so, united we stand. We need the balance. It can't just be feminine. It has to be masculine. That's the balance. And so, you can still, being submissive doesn't mean that you don't talk or you're just home not doing anything. You can still be.
And that's what I'm saying. So why use the word so consistently when it doesn't have any meaning to everything that we're talking about? It has no meaning in anything. Because you keep on saying, well, just because you're submissive, you can't do this, and submissive and you can't be independent. So take out the word, please. Just take out this word that has no meaning to everything we're conversating about. It's just a word that's convoluting the conversation, which means put us in a state of we can't agree. But if we take out the word, take out this independent woman, right? And it's just being a woman. That's it. All of these people that I've done over the whole month, all of these women from scientists to oh man, there's so much different. There wasn't no independent woman thing happening. It was no submissive thing happening. It was just these women being the best of who they are. There was no requirement because the only the requirement was we breaking the color barrier and breaking the stereotype and breaking all of these things, breaking records. So now we come down to them word where I put us in the box. These are box words. Blasphemy words then. That should be a blasphemy word. And again, I'm going to have my own dictionary of all these words that we should never, ever say to each other. I'm going to do one. I'm telling you, people, there's so much. But I am trying as we proceed.
don't talk or you're just home not doing anything. You can still be a businesswoman in our culture. And again, it goes back to embracing our culture. In our culture, the women are very ambitious, business minded, have their roles in the society.
Okay, and what part of that did she say independent woman? Huh? So this much I show you 1-2 words in our vocabulary can mess up our whole thinking process. I would never tell a woman to submit. I'd never say submit to me. Fiwa. After me no God. All I say is respect. As we proceed, people.
And that there's so many women in our culture that have had positions and still knew their role or their position with the man and being submissive. So it doesn't.
And then she bring back the word. I think she's pushing the submissive thing too much. Because she says everything else. If you can fit into society, if you can do all of these things, they're great within their own rights. Them have statue put up for them, monuments in movies made about them, all of these stuff. Why do you have to say this word, please? Why do you have to say that word? They were never submissive. They were never submissive. None of these people that I talk about was ever submissive. Them fight for them rights against everybody. So just the thought that no, you can't put those great people with these people nowadays. If that's how you fit society under a word, please, totally wrong. Totally wrong, this. As we proceed, people, those people were never submissive. But what I said, none of them people are never submissive. None of these people. Who this? Louise Bennett. Who was she submissive to? Huh? Like none of these people were submissive. All of these great people, left, right, and center. Let me say, there was no submissiveness about these people. My goodness, them fight too hard. As we proceed, people, that just get me right
and being
up there,
submissive. So it doesn't mean that you can't be an entrepreneur. You can be an entrepreneur. It's just it's just balancing with the masculine. That's all it is. It's respect.
Okay, and see what it's balancing with the masculine, right? And it means respect. Right there. So how does it become submissiveness? I just can't get over that word right there though. And for a princess to say something like that, I don't agree with that the part there, That's tough.
And so, really and truly, if you submit to your nature, this is another level. If you submit to your very nature as the feminine, you're going to see certain characteristics, being quiet, soft answer turns away wrath, right? A lot of women want to go toe to toe with a man, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be, if he's fire, you're water. It can't be fire and fire. It can't be him feeling like he's talking to a man, So I think that's the thing, that independent woman mindset makes you will give you a false sense of, yeah, I can be just like you. And that's not what it's about.
All right. You were just speaking about the whole balancing the feminine and the masculine, right? Now, all that can be remedied, or not fully remedied, but improved by avoiding premarital sex, right? And I know in our over-sexualized society, people don't want to really hear that reasoning, but
But sex sells, people. Sex really does sell. I'm telling you. Them always a sell sex, people. So sex sell. It's not over sexualized. Trust me. Them do it for a reason. All the commercials, everything, it's for a purpose.
people are understanding the detriment of this sharing situation out here. You know, I know we have the baby situation, we have the disease, we have the sharing the energy, but more than anything, we have what we've been experiencing is that we have children growing up without a strong male in their life. You know, so how hard is it for you uh, trying to live that type of lifestyle in this environment?
Well, that is a touchy topic. However, premarital sex, fornication, right, as most people know it, it's really a detriment to our nation because here you have, first of all, disease, as you said, those type of things, babies growing up without that, seeing that balance, not a structured household. And so it really is spiritually, it's spiritually detrimental. It's energetically detrimental. And it's not in the balance. Like if it's about the intentions on coming together. A lot of people are coming together for lust, right? And after that lust is fulfilled, it's like, okay, I don't like you.
uh, so I'm not gonna tell you say parties when we go to parties and we get drunk and it doesn't matter. But after now, when they wake up the next day, this is what I'm saying now. If we do not keep function at daytime, because our whole life is based on nighttime, man. Nighttime activity. We don't see each other. I tell you, say, all of them things are so important in our people. Right? We don't see each other. So when we come together at nighttime now, we under we liquor and we under them things, then it doesn't matter. But the next day now, you have to deal with the night now. And that I'm try to show you, it's when kids are born out of two ways, out of relationship or out of sex. Right? There's differences. When the kids are born out of relationship, there's usually structure. When they're born out of sex, it come in like say it's just like I don't even know you and you don't even know me, but we have a kid together. And then once we have the kid, the only thing that has us in common is the kid. And how I feel about you and how you feel about me, right, goes right between the kid. So this is what I'm saying though, even though you want a dad, the situation have to be, are you gonna find a good dad in that situation? Hmm? When you go dance and get drunk and everything and the pitney barn, are you gonna have a dad then? A good dad then? Are you just gonna whatever comes? Whatever happens, people. That much I show you sometimes this English language. So we're gonna proceed, people, with the chef.
It's like, okay, I don't like you, but the woman got pregnant now, and it's like, okay, I gotta have this. It has a domino effect. You have many women getting abortions, right? And there's no reason to, right? But just speaking on it, like the mental process of a woman, here she is thinking that she's going to be with a man and he says, no, I don't want to be with you. He doesn't want to take responsibility and accountability. Now she's thinking, okay, should I dash with the belly or get rid of it or keep it? And then she's stressed and stuff like that. All that can be avoided if we understand what the intention should be when you approach somebody. It should be about marriage. It shouldn't be about just fulfilling a lust because your body.
Okay, people, and the professor already said that our marriage rate was high before in the 70s. I mean, 70% of us was having um marriage. Now, I'm tell you, say everything changed in a way. Say it wasn't then. It wasn't. It was a compatibility. You're there with that person because you like the person. It was just a different set of people with different belief, different understanding of how we're supposed to be as a culture, as a race. That's why I'm saying them things. I'm gonna highlight them things here. It's for me in 5, 6 years to look back and see these things and see where we are. Because obviously we want to change it, but we have to understand how to change it, why it has to be changed, how we think. People, I'm telling you, say, it doesn't take no iPhone 30 or iPhone 50 for telling you how to think, right? Because if everything is created from us, right? Them still are created from us. We just now realize that. As we proceed, people.
Just fulfilling a lust because your body looks good. We're so carnal and physical. We forgot that we're spiritual beings. So we're just reactive and compulsive with each other so much. And again, post-traumatic slave syndrome, the breeding farms, men would just have sex with women, and so that had an effect on us.
And that's true. They did have that. I'm gonna do a highlight on that too. Where them just have the strongest man, just have them kids, and then they just supply the plantation with the kids from where them are do, right? So this is why everybody thinks that we have to be more sexual. We are more sexual. We're more sexual. I'm gonna tell you, it's a perception become reality all the time, but it's not. I know everybody out there want to conquer the whole world, and obviously there's men who out there want to do that, and that's your choice. And women are gonna say, no, sir, you're not to do that. Do what you want to do because you want to do it, but don't think everybody are the same. We can't be the same. We can't have the same mentality because if we have the same mentality, in some way, form, or shape, something would have changed for a long time. As we proceed, people, not even dog, and then they say, man, dog do the same thing, but dog don't even do the same thing. Dog not just run around and jump on every dog like that. So it's just, oh, we just say things and it's not true. We just say it like say it's true.
Just have sex with women, and so that had an effect on us. So now it's going back to, okay, what's the cause of this mindset now, this compulsive mindset of just sleeping with somebody without a spiritual connection, without intention? Where did it come from? So we have to go back. We're on the surface and not getting to the root. We have to go back to what the root problem is. That mental.
And that's what you see, the same thing with me I say, the same thing what she say, right? Well, that's why we're not gonna agree on everything, but pretty much she's saying the same thing. We just have to look on the highlight of our existence before, present, and future. We can't just look on one aspect of anything. The professor said it last night, the doctor said it last night. It's not just one aspect of nothing. It's just we're not balanced within ourselves. With knowledge, with unity. There's so much different aspect of us. As we proceed, people.
That trickle down, right? Not keeping certain principles and laws that our nation once did. You know, we are, and our foreparents were a nation, and still are in some regards here, honoring marriage, family, unity, society. We're not doing that anymore. Hence why our nation is in chaos, right? So it's about overstanding that. So for me, at first it was hard, but after a time, it's like, okay, I have to respect myself as a woman. And my intentions is not to fulfill a lust, but it's actually to get a man that, or receive a man that I want to follow. I want to lead me. I want my mind to be after his mind. It's not, oh, he looks good, he got the bag. I'm gonna get with him. It's not about that. So overstanding that is the principle of wanting a leader, a protector, a man, a Godhead in my life. That is what I use and I feed off of to sustain, you know. And I think a lot of people aren't there with themselves because they're so compulsive. They don't even know how to sit still. They're just going, going, going. But if you slow down and say, hey, you know, okay, what's the consequences of just sleeping with this person? Could get a disease, could get pregnant, you know, that's just the physical part. We're not even talking about energetically and spiritually. You take on that person's spirit. And it's not just for the woman, because a man can take on.
Thank you. It's not just for the woman. I'm tell you, say sometimes you have to say, yo. Okay, so if you do it before and you say, what did I get myself into? You're gonna think about it after. That's something you're gonna say, okay, do I want to do this? So the other things I would alone think about that. Is it gonna be worth it? Huh? What's the consequences? So that means that that's experience, because when I say someone don't care. Them just say, yo, them just come a road and them just say it. And I say, okay, then fine. So you do it to that. What does that mean? We're telling all away what that mean. So someone don't care. Them not think about consequences. Sometimes the same time I sit down and I listen to someone talk. I just a shake my head, you know. I just a shake my head. And I just in a once occasion. And like some hang around with Jamaicans, or because with our work and with the other places I hear man talk about woman. Me hear man talk about them wife certain ways. And I say, okay. So when them talk them things about them wife, what them wife say about them? For real, mother love. Mother love for them wife conversation. Because we know there's always two sides to the story, right? So when them say them things about them wife, okay. I say, what them wife say about them? Them wife say, oh, my husband is the best in the world. And then say, oh, that dirty. That's the only thing we ever think about. So what them wife think? Because you hear what them husband I think, right? And then you think about what them think about, like, you know, what them wife look like, if them can't say them things about them wife. But me tell you something, I meet one chef, this chef, man, he was a Mr. Gold. He was an amazing chef, an amazing person. I think we talk about him in with the thing them where the brother at the hotel where the man never want to pay me. This is one of the best chef I ever worked with, right? And his wife was so beautiful. He have two little bambino. That's why I said there's good people out there, right? There really is good people out there. It's just that the fact of the matter is them rare. They're like a diamond in the rough or one in a million type of thing. I'm not saying them a diamond in the rough, because trust me, them shine bright. So that's not a good analogy. As we proceed, people.
And it's not just for the woman, because a man can take on spirit too and the energy too. And now you walking around and like spiritually you schizophrenic, you know, you spiritually schizophrenic because you got all of this energy on you because of the compulsion of lust. And then now you got sick people getting with sick people. Two sick people can't.
Yo, but tell us, I have to do the advisor can talk about this for real. We have to do one with the advisor. I'm gonna talk about the advisor already because him say anytime two sick people come together have a kid, that the kid that the pit the doom. But suppose them really want to have a doom picnic, eh? You never know people. When we just said the possibility is if you get with a like-minded person, right? You're gonna have a like-minded result, right? Yes, no? And then keep on saying the opposite attract as we proceed.
Getting with sick people. Two sick people can't create the environment for a healed child, you know? So it's about being patient. It's about the intention. And then when you really just sit back and come out of that moment of just wanting to jump, you say, okay, it's not worth it.
I think that that demonstration or that practice of that principle is the highest form of self-love, self-respect, and discipline.
Yes.
You know,
absolutely. To heal thyself, right, is to love thyself. To know thyself is to heal thyself. So,
hey guys, Grant Cardone here.
And you guys know that already, you know. For real. I mean, I always say that, and some people ask me some questions sometimes. That's why I have to laugh. Because it's your choice. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything you don't want to do. It always come down to your choice. All if them force the choice upon you, it's still your choice. Suppose you don't want to. What's going to make you do it? Eh? Let me always say, if I don't want to, I don't have to. I always believe that. As we proceed, people.
right, is to love thyself. To know thyself is to heal thyself. So if you're not pure in the sense of virgin, both man and woman, you have to take stock. You have to take time to be by yourself. A lot of people don't know how to be by themselves. That's why they're always busy going to this party, that party, going here, going there. They don't know how to sit with themselves in their own mind.
people are definitely terrified.
You hear that? People don't know how to sit with themselves in their own mind. That's why I'm telling myself, if you want to take up some form of writing, if you want to plant a seed, just one seed and watch it grow. Just the patient to do that. If you want to do yoga, if you want to do reading, meditation, like all of them things that taking deep breath. That's one of the things me stress people don't take deep breath. Them take so them can, give them body the proper oxygen and spirituality. That are one of the things them. Again, me tell you, so there's so many different factors of your life where you must pay attention to, right? And that's why I say your life is so exciting. It's so amazing. Your life is so exciting and so amazing. It's just because you don't see it like how other people see it. There's so much people want to be like you. If you really know how much people want your position, you just say, wow, my little position, but it's not little position to them. Trust me. As we proceed.
People are definitely terrified to be with themselves.
Absolutely. Terrified.
It sounds away when you say it, but it is true. Like they are terrified to be with themselves. And I even notice people that like say you go to the house and they just got the TV running in the background.
Yep. Constant.
It has to be some form of distraction, you know.
It is. We're used to being distracted because we don't want to deal with our own mind. because it's chaos in there. It's so
I wonder what month she want, for real. I have to go Google her too, because January, all of January, I talk about that, right? Within your own mind, right? Within your own self. That's why I can't stay by myself, people. It's like, if the power go off, I'm going to sit down in one corner with my plant them, right? That's just a fact. The same time when the power go out and the whole place is so quiet, when you just listen how it different from when everything I run, all of the machine and all of them things that I run. It's crazy, but it's true. As we proceed, people.
to being distracted because we don't want to deal with our own mind. Because it's chaos in there. It's so much stuff in there that you don't want to deal with. So you just keep on with the next distraction, the next distraction.
And that's TikTok. And that's why I miss it with TikTok now. It's just no, she say it. When you're scrolling, you're not even finding anything interesting. If you find something interesting, I guarantee you will stop and pay attention to it. But you're searching. We have always a search for something that inform us, to educate us. This is why I say I find them these stuff, and this is why I say for the month I'm highlighting these amazing people. But this is how I'm gonna continue doing these things. If you see the real human part of us, where we ignore so much with the sensational stuff and the just the things that has no flesh, it has no content. Because as soon as you see it 10 minutes later, you forget it. But one time you listen to them people and hear on them talk and understand for yourself why it's so self-important for you to be within yourself. That's why I'm say you must always be full of yourself, not in an egotistical way. As we proceed, people.
And it comes a time where it's going to be an overload. Your brain is going to bust, right? So a lot of people need to sit back and just learn how to be with self in solitude. Like, oh, I'm lonely. Lonely is a state of mind.
And that's the same thing with boredom. I said, how can you, like, boredom is something like people create and tell other people. Because what are you bored of? I don't understand. Like when people say, I'm bored. Okay, so go read a book. Go do something to make you not bored. As we proceed with the state of mind.
It's a state of mind. It's an illusion. Solitude is a choice to be with yourself, to meditate, to take stock of your thoughts, because your thoughts become your reality.
And that's the only time you find yourself, when you're with yourself.
That's it.
That's the vibe.
That's when you're with yourself. Literally, that is your time to self-examination, and see what's going on. What thoughts am I thinking that's not serving me? What thoughts am I thinking that's creating a chaotic reality? That's what it does. And so a lot of people have to do that, and they don't want to, but you have to in order to heal yourself truly, and know yourself, and strip yourself if need be, to transform.
In regards to the food being that you are a chef, that chefs it up, right? This is one of the issues I've had with food. When food is presented, it's almost presented from like a certain salad. It's like you need a certain income to partake in this recipe or the ingredients that they're providing, right? What are some realistic things that people who, may be struggling financially can consistently consume, or meals they can prepare that fit their budget?
Okay, all right. This is my this is where me step in. Me tell you say vegetables and beans and them stuff there, right? Those are the best stuff where you can get cheap. Until I said like bulgur, couscous, quinoa, those things are like different variation of you staying away from starch. It's a certain food, it's expensive because everybody want buy them food there. But when you find alternative food to what everybody's eating, me tell you say, oxtail for the year. And me tell them I go do the oxtail part 5 because I just buy some oxtail or and trust me, I forgot put up the picture how much oxtail me get for the money when me spend, right? But me tell you say I did say me I got have oxtail a little bit less or a lot less than before, right? But just because me have it less, means that other people are gonna do the same thing. So the price is always gonna be there. So I'm gonna find smoked turkey. Because some I use smoked turkey for flavoring now, right? Salt beef, gone up to. So this is what I said for keep the food cost down. You have to find alternative, healthy way of eating, right? Alternative, healthy way of eating. And them say veggie chunk, me know the veggie chunk thing. The tofu that is from soya and too much soya is no good, right? So these are the areas that I specialize in, healthy and delicious, right? Eggplant are one of the things that my people don't like, but eggplant, if you there's so much different ways you can cook eggplant and it tastes delicious. And again, it's how you make stuff to make stuff taste good. So let's hear what she says about your diet and affordability as we proceed with the chef.
Where you don't have to get this expensive ingredient you may just
Yeah.
only use for that one recipe. You know?
Right. So realistically, in regards to, I'll say this for those who are using this in a familiar vegan, right? So a lot of people think that lifestyle is expensive and things like that. When you talk about gourmet raw food or gourmet vegan food, however, it's not expensive to actually live just plant foods. With plant foods, you can be vegan or just eat plant foods and stay within your budget, eating whole foods, whole plant foods, and creating from there fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains. You have farmers markets. Try to tap into farmers markets that's in your neighborhood. See what you like, right? That vegetables aren't that expensive. They're not that expensive. You can buy certain things. A lot of people don't like to be content with what they're eating and they want this lavish stuff, but you can really stay plant-based and keep it simple. Farmers markets are very important.
I think that's what flops them out in regards to, well, I know initially it's hard because you don't really know a lot of recipes.
Yeah.
But once you start to get into it and know how to spice it up, like
that's it.
You can make
Hello, my sauce is delicious. I can make anything delicious. Trust me. I tell somebody that. Somebody said to me, but I'm a vegetarian. And I go, so what's wrong with being a vegetarian and eating delicious? My sauces are vegetarian. There's no meat in my sauces. Okay, the salmon are gone there as fish. But other than the other sauce them, there's no meat in none of the sauce them. So you can still make delicious vegetarian dishes. And people ask me all the time if I'm vegetarian. No, I'm not vegetarian, but I love vegetables. Yeah, that's how it sounds. That's how it is. I love cooking vegetables because with meat now, right? A little bit of meat can go a far way. Lots of sauce. And sauce is not oil. Okay, as we proceed, people. I know we pick a good topic today now. The chef is in the house, people. I know some love the food thing. I just love, the world of food, of delicious. But me tell you, say people say, oh, I'm tired and I can't bother. But I'm telling you, once you take the time to prepare it, you can make all a vegetarian lasagna, slice it up, put it in the fridge, in the freezer. Anytime you're ready, you just take out a piece, warm it up, and you're good to go. So there's so much things you can do as a vegetarian to keep your budget low and still enjoy delicious. Because right now, to be honest, some chickpeas may have a simmer down from morning, and I'm gonna make some chickpeas delicious. And it's not because I brought on a vegan chef. I just had chickpeas on my mind from what year. As we proceed,
That's it.
You can make a little lentil stew that's gonna carry you almost 3 to 4 days.
you see? Ah, the same thing. Come tell you, same time you cook for yourself, you can always have leftover. When you buy a road, there is no leftover. You have to have hard hands. So you have to buy two cookies and two biscuits and whatever to fill your belly and say, all right. But when you cook at home, you always have leftover. And leftover is so delicious, except for my brother. That's a different story. As we proceed, people.
That's it.
You can make a little lentil stew that's gonna carry you almost 3 to 4 days.
Exactly.
Or chickpea vibe. So those things, or so
Yeah.
you learn how to make things that actually you can eat for a couple of days.
Right.
think-
Beans.
yeah, I think
Beans are
that's-
very
yeah.
inexpensive.
You see? So as a chef to a next chef, I told you guys. Why? Will I tell you guys the chef is not gonna tell you? And she's a vegan chef. Well, vegetarian. I don't know about the vegan part. But I'm telling you, when you enter the world of vegetarian men, it's a whole new level. I'm telling you, same time I eat the vegetarian food from the Rasta Festa time, the only thing that was in my mind, was this needs salt, this needs salt. But it was so delicious. That's why I'm say even back then I understood how food can taste without salt. So you don't need a lot of salt unless you're related to a person who loves to assault the food. People, I chill with over here, I chill, Yeah, me I say, no hurry, because you see, eventually I'm gonna get like watch time and everything. So my channel don't have to be like sensational and all of that them stuff. It's just gonna continue doing what it's supposed to do. Educate. Have some, reasoning and understanding. Because me tell you, say, we're gonna have way more topic to discuss, right? As we proceed.
And versatile. The same way a person used to eat meat, chicken, oxtail, whatever. You can season your vegetables pretty much the same way.
Okay. Can I get a bottle of jerk sauce over here? Yo, people, I don't know sauce, a case or something. I don't know what I meant. Delicious. People, at the same thing me say. I did not watch her before, right? But I said I'm gonna bring on a chef, and obviously we see her in our colors, and she's beautiful too, people. And she's a vegetarian, so there's beautiful vegetarian people. You understand? And that's what I said. The vegetables, them, you see, when you make all the spread, when you boil out the beans, them, and you season it up, man, and you make your spread, you put on your garlic bread, and you can put it on all your biscuits, your chips, and all of them things, man. Trust me. Dips in a buckle. Are them things I know I don't have so much dips. But I'm gonna tell you something, people. All I need is 2,000 buckle right on my foot, and then I can start party. Cause once me have the 2,000 buckle empty, me know me I go full them up a delicious. And all I have to do is just send in on orders, people. Alright? As we proceed. as we proceed.
It's the same way, and it stretches. If you get a bag of lentils,
and it stretch. People, we're telling them the same thing, you know. We can't stop for telling them this thing. I'm so excited about them things here. For just it stretch, people. You silent time. I tell you sometimes you curry it up, man, and you split it and you put it all in the fridge and then the curry sit down in it. Seeing the lentil and them things there. I'm tell you say, like I make the pizza dough, I use the pizza dough and stuff them with all them vegetarian stuff them on. Trust me, them things, what? You eat one of them there and then you drink some water and you're good to go. Just food, every time food it comes up to food, it excites me because I know how creative you have to be with one ingredients or any ingredients for it to taste good, right? And then once you create something and other people enjoy it, man, trust me, you want to create it again. So any one of the beans, them man, me just a go in the bucket and me have around 5 or 6. Me have split peas, me have I tell you, me have some chickpeas a simmer down right now. All the chickpeas, when you boil that out, man, and then you turn it in a hummus. But you never have to boil it out. You can do the yes, you boil it out and then you turn it in a hummus. Right? Or you can get the canned one, the same thing, right? You put garlic, salt and pepper. You put in some people tie in it. Them use tahini in it. And what them put again? But me tell you sometimes you blend it out, man, and you season it up right, man. You put it on your chips and them things there. So delicious. Snack time. So that's my try to show you. So for us to eat healthy, it's within us, you know. I mean, it's within our grasp. But when other people do the bad thing and we want to follow, that's all it is. It now do them no good and it now do you no good if you follow them. As we proceed.
it's the same way, and it stretches. If you get a bag of lentils, what, less than $2, less than $3, that could serve you for a whole week, you know? And you could change it up how you want. Grain, vegetable, making sure you eat vegetables and stay hydrated. Just keeping it simple. Keeping it simple will keep you in your budget, definitely.
Are you a juice person, a blender, or both?
I'm a juice person. I'm a juice person, seriously, because I just like because juice, right? It takes out the fibers. So it gets into your bloodstream 15-20 minutes.
Yes, and this is why I love it. I'm tell you so some of the juice them when I blend up on juice, trust me. I say, my sister. Boy, R.I.P. Me say me did make one for her man, and then she go home and she make one and she send me the picture right away. Me say, yo, that look good. Come tell you same time that me I try show you how me excited about food and making delicious. Cause when I make it so it have substance. So I blend up the pineapple, the ginger, I blend up the watermelon and blend up all of them fruits set together. And then me start do all the fermentation, right? Ferment the juice and then like months later, like apple cider and them things. Yo, people, I really love the art of cooking, you know. And that love for cooking will never go away, people. Trust me. So when time I meet a chef who knows about food and talk about food, yeah, and that's how the conversation can start. As we proceed, people.
15-20 minutes, and it's light. Smoothies, me personally, I like thin smoothies, you know, But I do like smoothies in the sense that it's already broken down, like pre-digested, like broken down. So I drink it, it fills you up, and it's like a meal on the go.
Yes, I may have some banana and trust me, you see shut out. I'm gonna make one right after this, people, because right now my freezer, I have all of my blueberries, I may have my strawberries, raspberries, me have my banana, me have my all of them things there. And from what day, I look upon them and I say, yo, when you gonna make one? So now she inspired me to go make one. People, I'm just loving. I am just loving it because you see, when people smart on you, all you have to do is listen. You hear me? I say, and then you learn something. You don't have to learn everything, you know. You listen to smart people, you can learn at least something. You listen to an idiot. As we proceed, people.
Broken down, so I drink it, it fills you up, and it's like a meal on the go. But at heart, I'm a juice person, definitely. Hydration, for sure.
Spirituality, I know it's spoken about a lot, right? It's
Right.
like trendy, I guess, to say it's spiritual. In regards to being practiced now, I don't know about that part too tough, right? How important is having a spiritual connection in regards to, I want you speaking to the women now, in regards to their growth? Because a lot of, I'm noticing now, like, even with people who go to church, they go to church, but they're not really
Spiritual?
locked into anything. It's like a style.
And that's what I'm trying to show you. I'm confused now for the time. Just me. Are you a Christian or you just go to church? It's just a question. Because all you can say one thing and do something totally different. That's just a ask. As we proceed.
Or not. So how important can, because the things we spoke about, all this growth and all this development and finding yourself, can this be done without a spiritual connection?
No, it can't be done without a spiritual connection. Spiritual, it has to be spiritual. It has to be a discipline. Whatever that discipline is, it's about following those principles. It's one thing to read whatever you're going to read, but it's another thing to apply. So,
Glad you said that.
right. So you have to apply whatever principles that will get you disciplined, because disciplining oneself is freedom. It's change, and you can't do anything without spirituality. We're spiritual beings, you know. We're spiritual.
And I totally agree with that. We are spiritual beings. Beings, and you see, like I'm telling you, there's a difference between human and beings, you know. Beings are higher level, and the separation from a human to be a being, it's all the qualities of being a caterpillar to a butterfly. Higher levels. So spirituality, I actually do believe in that. Totally. That's me, because the 12 colors, that's what I got from the 12 colors. Divinity, right? And since them say we're not perfect, I don't have to be perfect, right? As we proceed, people.
A spiritual commune being. So to be commune and community.
Yeah, she said to be. And I told you guys, be unlimited. People. So when I can me be unlimited on WhatsApp. So exactly what I'm talking about. Be unlimited. You know, enough people are gonna say, oh, I'm not joined because there's not 1 million people on it. Right? You know, people stay already. I'm gonna tell you, say it's not supposed to be a bandwagon thing, you know. I don't want a bandwagon thing. We're looking at things different. We're looking at things with open eyes, open mind, and understanding, without disrespect. As we proceed, people.
A spiritual commune being. So to be commune and community with each other, whatever community you choose, you know, that doesn't take away from being spiritual, but really spirituality is about application of principles to unlock that.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm glad you said that too, because
Right.
it seems like spirituality is trending in certain circles, right? But
Yeah.
you made the point. I was waiting for you to say that too. Is that like the application? Because even this reading vibe, everybody reading things, but like it's good to read and it's good to quote, but we need the application and the principle being executed in your daily life consistently.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole point.
That is the whole point. Reading to have knowledge, right? It says to have knowledge. But with all that knowledge, get overstanding, and then you have access to wisdom, right? So you could be reading this, reading that, but you don't have no overstanding of it. The overstanding is okay, I gotta change this, change that, apply. That's how you get access to wisdom, you know? So if you're just reading, that doesn't do nothing without application. Words without works.
Okay, and I said that win, win, and win. Think about it, you're winning. Put it into action, winning. End result is a win. I'm telling myself from me say, okay, I'm gonna start do more of these pod classes, right? And I'm gonna go through my journey on everything. And since I started, I was timid about everything. But no, I'm telling you, I am feeling because I'm getting so much more information, right? I get more access, and it's me by myself with just these great people, past, present, and future, right? And the viewers and AI and the people who watch in rerun or rewatch, right? But the very fact that I go, okay, let me do this my way, instead of me going out there and doing what everybody else is doing, just for the likes. And I'm saying these are detailed stuff. Them people that you can always go add on to information. I'm gonna do part 2 with these people, right? And listen to their point of view more. Give them more highlight. Because I'm sure enough people never heard about this this chef before. But then you can Google, and I'm sure as soon as me finish watch this, you're gonna see 2 or 3 are interview then come up on my feed. So what are you searching for? When you search for the information, you're gonna get the information. And this man says, seek and ye shall find. So I'm actually doing on my seek thing. I'm telling someone I'm a ticket for go Africa. I know all of these books that I'm gonna be. So if my library are gonna be nice for the next generation. Because again, remember, this generation don't care about nothing except money. Well, the perception becomes reality. And the perception is that's all they care about. As we proceed, people.
And you know, that definitely applies. So I think I not think, but I know that when you apply principles to your life, that gives you access to spiritual freedom. You know, it is very trendy. Everybody's saying, oh yeah, I'm spiritual this and this is that. If you're not holding a discipline, then how are you spiritual? because of what you're expressing or reading. It's a liberty, you know.
You know, it makes me think about like learning something in school, like a theory, but you're not applying it, and you need that real life experience. You know, it's the same thing. You know, like
What good is
Okay, fine. I'm getting chastised here, people, and I am trying to apply it, but it's not easy. Just remember that. But it all starts off with one step at a time. I'm gonna say at the beginning of the year, I did want to cut out certain things, and I did. Not completely, but it's reduced. So yes, I understand. We're not perfect. As we proceed, people.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You know?
What good is reading without applying and experiencing? Experience is the best teacher in life. Whatever walk you're in, experiencing in that fullness, whatever path that you choose or that chooses you, definitely sticking to it to see what result it gives you is beneficial by actually applying that discipline to see how it changes you. But if you're just doing it for a trend, then you're actually stagnant and you're wasting time.
Wasting time.
Why waste your time?
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. What I'm doing here is me learning, understanding, right? So there's so much different aspect of what I'm doing. And this is what I wanted it to be. I wanted to learn about these people. I wanted to understand more, right? Because it's there, but if you don't explore it, it's not gonna explore you. But the moment I start researching people, I'm finding people, I'm finding more people, more people, more people. Every day I'm getting 2 or 3 people that I said I could do a live all day talking about 6 or 7 amazing people. Alive and from the past and who's gonna be in the future. Because if these people are young enough to be here, they're gonna be in the future. Their work is being documented, right? So obviously, if their work is being documented, it's gonna be in the future. The information that I'm creating right now, it's gonna be here. So anytime I click on the channel, I can at least listen to something or something. So I am happy to be part of the journey, even though I've always been part of the journey, because I've always been seeking understanding of myself. So people, as we proceed,
If you're gonna say you're this or be in this, be that. And people will respect that no matter what. They can say whatever they want to say. However, if you're sticking by it,
I think I had this conversation yesterday. I'm not sure. People can say anything they want to say. It doesn't make it the truth. But you doing what they say, make it what it is. The truth. So people can say, yes, my voice don't sound good. People can say, yes, him chat too much. People can say whatever they want to say. But I'm still doing what I'm doing. Right? And you're supposed to be doing the same thing. Right? The critics, the criticizers, the conjurers of insult. As we proceed, people.
sticking by it in your action, people have to respect that, whatever that is.
You brought up a great point, man, and I learned this in life is that the talking thing don't work. People respect consistency and discipline. They just respect that consistency. You know, like I'm not talking about liking you. I'm talking about respecting you. Yeah, they may disagree with what you're doing, but they respect consistency because consistency is a rare thing, and they admire that when they see it in others. You know,
Right, consistency.
Thank you. Consistency.
And you touched a great point too. It's about consistency. If somebody sees you, even though they may not personally agree, but it's the principle of it, like that person is consistent, they're disciplined, they're in whatever path they're in, and their actions show that. I respect that. It's not about likes. You
unless it's on YouTube. So press up the like button, people. But you do know what she's saying, right? It's not about you liking me, as long as you respect what I'm doing. Right, people? And likes in YouTube and Instagram, and because they like what you post, it doesn't mean that them like you or them support you. It's just show the world so them like this post. That's all. Which is just self-recognition. That's why I'm able to bother with them foolishness there. As we proceed, people.
It's not about likes. Like this generation is like.
Yeah, like, remember, like, lick, lick, lick. I remember when people used to chat like that, every sentence, like, I went to the store, like, I said, yo, them people, yeah. And then the same thing, them people, you see me, every word, see me. I was like, oh, no, can't just never talk without interjecting something. It's like, say, oh no, I look for a specific word and I can't find the word, so I just I go like, put in like in every sentence and like, never remember what like, oh no, I like, just like, and then you just go like. It's just madness. I remember when them people they used to talk so. That conversation no around, that well them talk no around anymore. But something similar to that is around now. Argument that call now. As we proceed, people.
It's not about likes. Like this generation is like. There's dopamine and all of that. Like. If nobody likes on a page, they want to be validated by others, and it's not about that. It's about taking your path and whatever that is, and whatever stage you're at, and embracing it into the fullness without caring about what other people think to validate yourself. It's about self-validating, really. Prove to yourself that you can actually stick to the path that you're on, really, and it's not gonna be perfect.
And obviously not, because until we said there's no perfection unless you jump off of one bar and they give you 10 out of 10. People sometimes, until the same time, I think sometimes like I'm the only person. Well, I'm not the only person, but I tell myself I'm probably the only person I think like that. But I'm not, because now I find them great people who think in such an amazing way. Not just the sensationalism and the like. And the trending. It has to have meaning, people. Capiche? Comprende? We don't understand? As we proceed.
And it's not going to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes on that path, but that's the beauty of it, is trust in the journey. And
people don't know me already. Me make hollandaise sauce after me mess it up. You remember in time I'm supposed to make my consomme, right? And the number one rule of making consomme. What's the number one rule? Ladies and gentlemen, the number one rule of making consomme is never to let it boil. Okay? Because consomme is like it's a clear soup. It's like a clear beef soup, right? And they serve it with the beef marrow in it. But it's supposed to be nice and clear. There's not supposed to be no cloud on it. This is when you go to school and you study for them same thing there, right? So obviously, the number one rule is not to make the consomme boil. And what me do? I boil the consomme, but I still have to fix it, right? Hollandaise sauce, yes, same thing. Don't make the hollandaise sauce split, but guess what? I split it. I still have to fix it. So sometimes, from my mistake, then I learn more. But unfortunately, my mistake, they cost. People. I tell you, say, as rough and tough as life is, I never look upon life as despair. Because better will always come. There's always more to come. And it's how we approach it. Right? So that's why I said them tape here, I know for them people, I know. I for the people them I want want a movement or something to move with as youngsters. Because me say old people, they don't care about nothing no more. They just accept it for what it is. They accept say there's no changes. So them not look for create changes. Yeah? The people them look for changes, create changes. Burkina Faso, Abraham Tory. Why me respect all him militant and all him move? Because you see, Africa is pretty much of all of the riches, but them not get none of it. Right? All of the riches it doesn't affect Africa. And one person decide, not just one, but a few. Niger and Maui has done the same thing. Other African countries are looking to do the same thing, to control their own destiny. As I say, we in the Western world, we not really control for our own destiny. We live in the system, but even the very fact that them fire the one of the prominent black um army, he was in the army and him did have a high position and the president come in and fire him there. Right? And then them start talk about how him get the job because of him color. This is 2025 people. All of them things that we might go through. It's right through history. And it doesn't change. Because the people that do them things that them not change. There's never any respect given to us because we don't respect each other. We don't have community, we have garrison, we have ghetto, we have so that's why I say me love the journey where me upon so far. I've always loved the journey where me upon. And the people that are upon the journey with me too. Because trust me, again, me not have enough people and we can muster up 1,000 or 2,000 people to come support me. But the people that will support me, they do. And I love that. So as we proceed, people, I'm gonna tell you same time of day, son, I'm not in no hurry if you go nowhere. Because there's no way to go other than where you're there. As we proceed.
And trusting that process, not rushing it, just experiencing it, being present. A lot of people aren't present because they're thinking about, oh, what will this person thinking? What will that? They're not present with themselves. So it's about being present to what's now and just embracing that.
Is there anything like herbs or roots you think people, not for a specific purpose or element or to prevent ailment, but are there any roots, herbs, or leaves that people should be using consistently on a daily basis to enhance their goodie?
Right. So my suggestion, right? Everyday use sea moss, whether it be purple or gold. Nettle. Nettle is a lot of people sleep on stinging nettle and nettle leaves. It's packed with iron, a lot of iron. A lot of people
So
are
good for the blood.
Yes, great, amazing for the
Nettle leaf. I say me write down something for today, people. I'm gonna tell you some book. Sea moss. People, try to get some sea moss. For the go there. And some nettle leaf to sleep on. People, me tell you say, I have to send me 2 empty book because them book are so full up with all the information and all the amazing people. Right? And me tell you same time I'm ready to do the part 2 of these ones and stuff. we can always go back and see what we wrote down. Right, people? I tell you, this is a real classroom, you know. Because I tell you, pure smart people, me I bring on. Pure smart people where we can learn from. And again, we're not going to agree with everything where them say. Understand? As we proceed, people.
Yes, great is it for the blood. Things like burdock root, dandelion, those type of herbs, soursop, cinnamon, clove. Clove is very good.
Yes.
Bacterial. It's a great little herb. A lot of little small things can do great things.
You can use it as a to preserve things also, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, marinations.
Clove, definitely great for digestion, your blood, your mouth, great. So everyday simple herbs, like ginger. Ginger is so powerful. It deals with circulation, digestion, so many things in your goodies. So
garlic.
Just simple. Like a lot of people think they don't even get into herbs. They think it is anyway, but we use herbs every day. Things like ginger, garlic when eaten
you
fresh.
See?
Clove, cinnamon, nutmeg. These are simple things to consume that will help with overall health. Sea moss, things like that. So yeah, those are some simple things that I think.
Cinco Bible. I'm adding Cinco Bible. I'm adding aloe vera. And also, which is good, we don't call it the cactus. When we look a bit to the have it at Jamaica, I don't know if they still have it, but the cactus plant is good. Citruses, people I'm telling about the citrus. It's good for cut the fat. Lime, lemon, orange. Pineapple. She talked about fruits and vegetables, right? Beetroot. People, you see, anytime we get together, I tell you say all of the stuff, then we just split them out, You hear me I say? So grapefruit are one of the things that is so good because it's bitter. We used to cut out the neighbor, roast it. A grapefruit? No man, we used to cut out the middle of the grapefruit and put the condensed milk in it. We are telling you that we are kidding. We have when we were kids, we used to have the best fun. Now them people are the younger thing, them best fun is a gun. As we proceed, people.
Yeah, those are some simple things that I think could be used in the daily life.
I'm gonna tell you, said even though them simple, they're so healthy and helpful to your system, people. I'm telling you, I don't know if it go like Hulk Hogan for everything, but it's just a simple thing them want to start with, and the mind fluidity, not the mindset that is so popular what we love talk about. But I'm telling you, you can't change anything if you don't seriously want to change it. Only if you don't seriously want to change it, you can't change, So people, that was... There's two things that I... Okay, so that was... Did I put it up? Yeah, Chef Aviyah. Right? And she's about healthy living, healthy lifestyle. The only thing I never agree with people is the submissive. One word. And baby mother. or single mother. Them two things them I say we need to blasphemy them two words there. And if I should ever get to talk to any of them, this is what mother talk about. Eventually people say ask question and talk about, right? But for now, I just want to go and find them great people here. See? People, I thank you very much for your likes on a time. I watch my video them and I see a couple shares. No, not stocks in shares, but you know, share it to other people. I'm still stuck at 100. I always look for more subscribers. And I know I go already. So I'm working also on my t-shirt thing, people. So I can get my t-shirt them thing up and running. I can, cause me not sell no office like I sell my sauce them and I sell my t-shirt them. Yeah, me I say. So I'm not asking if it just I'm asking if you support the business so I can get something back. If you don't understand what that means. So if you not buy something from me, that's good enough. Seeing people, I'm tell you say yeah, cost everybody and beg. But again, the begging thing, I will ask if you don't want me to beg, that means I don't want me to lower my self-esteem and I'm not gonna beg. I will ask for the support and then it's up to you guys to decide if you don't want support. But I'll never beg. Understand? I will ask. I always ask for support. Now that's how it's supposed to be. All right, people. Okay, people. Understandable, people. I hope I didn't offend anybody today, because you don't know. So every time I come on, I must offend at least one person. What I like the truth. Wow, people. The same time I come on, sometimes we never look. I don't look at the time, people, because the only thing I tell you say, oh, TikTok and them things that them go have a limited amount of time. You can only be on there and you only can tape record. Me can't take them things there. Because I tell you say eventually I want some of these content to be turned into a book, right? Because I pretty much that's how we are look on it now. We eventually put a book together. Because all of them people keep on saying, write something. And since I've been writing and educating myself along the way, eventually I can say, okay, I'm writing a book. Right, people? And it always comes down to support. Right, people? It always comes down to support each other. So manners, respect, people. Much love. Thank you, guys. Like and share up the thing. Okay, people? I'm out. Okay.